My name is Sergeant Hilda Griggs. Well, it wasn't. It was stacked up there mile high, but after a while, maybe after a week, you would get used to it. So then you could see where the mile high was coming down for the GIs, and I'm so glad because it made such a difference in their expression, their caring, and their sharing.
Hilda P. Griggs is my aunt. My father told us stories when they were in World War II, that he met with her in France. They met up together. He asked his commanding officer if he could meet his sister in town, because she was on her way from the 6888 Postal Women's Unit. And commanding officer, he was a truck driver. Commanding officer gave him a lot of work to do and kept telling him, well, if you get your work done, you can go. But he kept piling it on and piling it on. And my father kept doing the work and kept doing the work. Eventually, he got all the work done, went to his commanding officer. His commanding officer didn't believe that he had gotten the work done that fast. And he checked behind him. Everything was done like he had ordered my father to do. And so he let my father go and drive the truck to meet Hilda P. Griggs, my aunt, in France as her unit was coming in. They spent several weeks together. And then my father was deployed for D-Day, but he couldn't tell my aunt where he was going because he didn't know where he was going. But he went off to D-Day in World War II.
When I first saw my brother?
Yeah, how did you feel when you first saw your brother?
I couldn't believe it. It was awesome. And he couldn't believe that I was there, and I couldn't believe that he was there. So we felt pretty good. And we weren't quite as homesick as we thought we were going to be, because we met with each other and did what he wanted to do, and I did what I wanted to do. I said what I wanted to say, and everything worked out just fine. And he looked good to me, and I looked good to him. And we were so glad to see each other. We didn't care how we looked or what we did. So we were all quite satisfied and happy and did the best we could. And we did see some people that we knew that were near to home, like from Camden or even Delaware, New Jersey. And we were so excited that we just felt we didn't mind being moved around then if this is the way it's going to happen. And we had a good time. The people treated us just like I was one of their children at the time. They were very good to us. They made sure we had enough to eat, and we did a lot of singing, dancing, flirting. It really turned out nice, much better than I thought. And the families, they had some teenagers, so they knew what to do, where they get all the laughs and all the fun. And one in particular wanted me to come to their house and have dinner and stay overnight, but we weren't allowed to do that. So we just had to see them the first thing in the morning, and then the last thing at night. They had to be all, like 4 to 6 o'clock, they had to be on their way back home to wherever they come from.
What kind of job did you get after you got out of service?
I went to, they had a place called Marketing on Broad Street in Philadelphia.
That was the Marine Supply place, right?
Yeah, but it was part Marine. Mm-hmm. And I went there, and they were very kind to me and looked out for me. And whenever anything happened or was going to happen, I would know about it. Mm-hmm. So it turned out real good.